So this is really amazing. So around the world, you're going to find these things. They're called shrubs, right? So if you break a shrub, you're going to get, say, tomato seeds. Also could get onion seeds. Let's break a few more. You see there's some lettuce seeds as well. And finally, you also get cucumber seeds. So what we could do, we could plant the cucumber, the lettuce, the tomato, and the onion. These are going to have a net total of 5 growth stages. So you can see there's the cucumber growing. There's the tomato growing. There's the onion. Also put the shrub in a flower pot. And if you wanted to, you could also shear the shrub. And then when you break that, you're going to get a stick. So to begin making a sandwich, you're going to need a cutting board available in many different wood types. You're also going to want a knife, which is made with a couple of iron nuggets. So you could break some of these items, and you can see we're going to get a bunch of crops. And so what we can do is we can place our cutting board down, and we can just place the crop, say an onion, on the cutting board. We cut that, and you see we're going to get chopped onion. Let's just try a couple more. Tomato, we're going to get tomato slices. And what this is this is a way just to eat a little bit more quickly. So you see you eat that slightly more quickly than a normal piece of food. And it will restore a little bit of health to you, a little bit of hunger. Now you'll notice when you try to cut the cucumber, you're unable to do that. And we'll talk more about that a little bit later. Okay, you've also got this piece of bread here, which is obviously carbs. We cut that. We're going to get bread slices. So with the bread slices, you can actually put them into the toaster. So we're going to place the toaster down here, and you can see we've got 2 slots. So we've got a 2-slice toaster here, so we can place our toast in there, and we're going to shift right click on the handle to push it down like a normal toaster. So all the toasting recipes will take 12 seconds, and you'll hear a sound to know that it's done. And here we're going to get toasted bread slices. So to make a sandwich, you're going to want the sandwich table, just made with some smooth stone and some planks. So we can place our sandwich table down. And the way it works is, so for instance, we've got our toast here, put the toast down, say we wanted to have some onion on it, maybe a tomato on it as well, maybe some lettuce as well. And this is a small sandwich. And what it will do is it will add up all the values of the hunger that it restores. So you simply place that down, shift right click, the sandwich will pop off. And you can see the ingredients that are inside the sandwich. Just quickly before I forget, I'm using Better Leaves and D-Pixel. And also something from Inca that I forgot was the ancient fossil, which is found underground and can be smelted into nautilus shells. So something cool to make is this, which is cheese culture. And you can get it in a variety of different types. We've got the regular one, we've got creamy, we've got intoxicating, we've got sour, candescent, and also warped bleu. And these are ways to create different types of cheese that you can put into your sandwich. The cheese making process takes around 3 minutes. So to begin with, you're going to want to place down these basins. So you can see here, this is a basalt basin. It takes on the sound of the stone type. And begin by placing milk in there. And then you're going to just place the cheese culture in. So it'll take around 3 minutes. So while we're waiting for that, let's do something else. So in beach biomes and also ocean biomes, you're going to find this, which is salty sand. You'll notice, by the way, that as the cheese is fermenting, it will gradually start to take on the various different colours that the eventual cheese will be. So we break this, we can see we're going to get this, which is going to be salt rock. We can craft that into salt. Now we can also make this, which is going to be like this. We'll take a slab and we're going to take 5 glass panes and we're going to put them around like that. It's going to get us a pickle jar. Now you remember I said I was going to talk about the cucumbers. Well, that time is now. We're going to fill this with water, and then we're going to grab our cucumbers and we're going to put the cucumbers in here. You see they go in there. Now to begin the process, we need to add some salt. And this is going to pickle the cucumbers. And what you'll notice, if you take a quicker look at this, over time this water is actually going to change colour. So another thing to mention is you can toast the mushrooms as well. And you can see as we go along here, you can see that these cheeses are becoming more fermented and the colour of the water of the cucumbers is also changing. So that will be done in about a minute. And let's just check on this. You can see there's our toasted fungus. You can also do kelp as well. Another thing you can do which is quite cool is if you put rotten flesh in there, it will smelt into burnt food. If you put the burnt food back in there, it was actually going to smelt into charcoal. So that's a pretty cool thing to do as well. You can see the water colour here is changing. Now you can see that when the cheese is going to be ready, you can see it starts to emit particles in the colour of the cheese. What this means is you can then withdraw the cheese and you're going to get a wheel of cheese. Now if you eat the wheel of cheese, you're going to get the nausea effect. So also you can see that the cucumber is also ready. So if we now right click the cucumber, you can see we're going to get a pickled cucumber. So the wheel of cheese can be placed in the cutting board, and you can see we're going to get cheese slices. It works very well with the inventory. We'll put the pickled cucumber in there as well, and we're going to get pickled chips. What's also cool is you can put a golden apple in there. It's going to get you apple slices. You can do it with a regular apple, but these are actually going to give you the golden apple effect, but just for half the duration. You can also put a raw pork chop in there. It's going to get you pork cuts. Another thing you can do is you can also cook any meat as well in the toaster, any raw meat. So you can see from this demonstration there's a lot of different foods that you can get. So for instance, I could make another sandwich, could put say a toasted wart fungus, a cheese slice, some pickle chips, some golden. It's not the most pleasant sandwich, but it just gives you an idea of just how many ingredients you can put in the sandwich. The final item you might want to look at is the Redstone Desalinator. You can place this down in here, and you can see it needs redstone dust. And we're going to put some redstone dust in there. And what this is going to do is actually going to create salt directly out of the water in a ocean biome. So you can see it tells you what the salinity level. And there we go. You can see we've got some salt. So you can either use the salty sand or the redstone desalinator to get salt. Finally, one thing you definitely don't want to do is put any metal items into the toaster, because otherwise